Alright, what's up, collective? This is Tangy Divine with Divine Ancestral Conduit. Back at you with another collective reading. Let's see what's in the energy for today. God, higher source of light, higher self, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, gods and goddesses of the bloodline. I ask that you please grant me clear and concise messages for the collective. I ask that you please tap into my energy in the space and protect the space, protect me as the reader, protect the collective. Anything that needs to be repeated, go ahead and repeat it. If I'm not picking up what you're putting down, excuse me, I ask that you please, I'm sorry, y'all, like to say it. I ask that you please blind and banish any and all evil eyes, evil entities, evil spirits. Oh, Lord, the tension, the tension. I ask that you please blind and banish any and all evil eyes, evil entities, evil spirits, and evil energies. God, and I ask that you please restrict and remove any and all monitoring eyes, monitoring entities, monitoring spirits, and monitoring entity energies. The Knight of Pentacles flicked out. Whew. God, I ask that you please remove all of this tension from the deck and grant me clear and concise messages as it pertains to the collective. Please remove anything that's been projected towards the deck and towards me as a reader for that is to spark confusion. And again, please grant me clear and concise messages as it pertains to the collective. Okay, that's better. That's a little bit better. One more shuffle. All right. And this is going to be the clarifying deck up top. All right, God, higher source of light. God, higher source of light, higher self, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, gods and goddesses of the bloodline. Please grant me clear and concise messages as it pertains to the collective. So we have judgment. And we have temperance. Maybe I need a different light. Oh, y'all, sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna just make it brighter. Alright, let's see if that's better. Okay, a little bit better. I don't know why it seems so off today. Alright, this is the judgment. Alright, okay, that's better. First card came out was judgment. Second card that came out was temperance. So what I'm getting immediately is there's been a call to balance the scales. Both judgment and um even though justice is balancing, technically balancing the scales, both judgment in this deck and temperance just generally is balance. Temperance is balance of different aspects of oneself. Judgment. This card has balance of different teachings is what I'm getting. All right. Um, God, higher source of light, higher self, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please grant me clear and concise messages for the collective. What does the collective need to know? What's this? Some swords, the Eight of Swords, and that's a topical energy. If I can't have you, it's on. Oh shit! It fell, guys. I don't know where it is. Oh my god! I found it. The Two of Cups. I hope ain't nobody stressing about not being able to get you, because that's kind of what I'm getting. The judgment was called and they can't have you no more. Oh, that's too many, but let me see what the energy for this is. The Five of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Star, the Devil, and the Six of Wands. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. Somebody's basically stuck on the fact that, like, with the path and decision that they chose, they didn't choose the right decision. You were the star, but they went towards the devil because they thought they were gonna have victory in that devil energy, and that could be like excessive energy. Like if they went towards somebody who was like a gambler or whatever. Like it doesn't have to be romantic; it could be a partnership. If they went to a partnership that involved like a large gamble, you were actually the stable option, and I'm getting that they chose the wrong option. Give me one more for the collective. God, higher source of light, higher self, angels, ancestors, spirit guides. What we got? The Knight of Pentacles. It came out again. You know that came out in the shuffle. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like the whatever option they actually went towards, or and this could be you collective. Whatever option either you or someone else went towards, um, it didn't get what you were trying to get. Three of Cups at the bottom. I cut to the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Strength. The Judgment is the inability to balance, the inability to get what they thought they were going to get, essentially. Three of Cups, Knight of Wands, Ten of Wands. Yeah, whatever portion that they went towards, it wound up being a burden for them, and you wound up either you wound up being the Wheel of Fortune, or you chose a different path, and the path that you didn't choose wound up being the on top of the wheel with the Magician as well and the Three of Pentacles. Can't work with them no more though. The Wheel, the Three of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Three of Swords. I don't know who this King of Cups is, but they done popped out twice today. Well, three times because I think they popped out twice in the other reading. They coming out again. All right, let's get our clarifying deck. Oh Lord, this is craziness. Judgment, Temperance, Eight of Swords, Two of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's slow moving. Whatever that partnership that the partnership looked promising is what I got, but then the Judgment wound up getting called because they didn't choose right, or it's imbalanced. Maybe the partnership at one point, like I said, whether it be romantic or business wise, maybe the partnership was lucrative at some point, but it's not anymore. With the Eight of Swords, you know what? Hold up. I'm gonna clarify this and then I'm gonna find out exactly what side the collective is on. Cause but see with the Eight of Swords to the Two of Cups, I'm getting that they it's almost like they kind of held themselves back. You know what this also is giving me indecision. Like especially because the Two of Swords came out when that big clump of energy came out. They didn't. It's like they didn't. If they had a choice between two, whether it be excuse me, two partnerships or two romantic options, they didn't. They couldn't decide. They felt like they wanted both, right? Cut to Justice. Okay. Yep, the Ten of Wands and the King of Swords at the bottom. Cut to the Justice and then cut to the Judgment. Yeah. Ooh. And the Judgment is upside down. I'm glad I saw that. Yeah, so whatever the Judgment was. Okay, so what I'm getting is whoever this is about, whether it be you collective or someone else, whose ever responsibility it was to make the decision to decide which way they wanted to go, whether it be business partnership or romantic partnership, choice between which friend they wanted to partner with or something like that. Their lack of decision in turn caused them to make a decision. um yeah, their lack of decision making caused them to make the decision, like the decision, like it's like the best way to explain it is like if you have a business or whatever, right? A business partnership and you have to choose, or like if it's a job, you have to choose between two jobs. If you took too long to respond to one job, then naturally you lost that job, so the only option you had was to go to the other job, right? Because that first job was no longer available because you didn't respond, right? But essentially the lack of response and the removal of the option cause the desired outcome to move a lot slowly, if it comes in at all, right? That's what I'm getting, and that's the Judgment. Lack of balance, lack of consistency is what I heard. Oh Lord, come on, what is going on with the tension today? The Temperance at the bottom of the deck right now with the Fool. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, don't take, if you have a decision to make, don't take too long. Like, definitely assess your options, but don't take too long to make a decision, because what I'm getting is that's going to be the thing that fucks everything up. Because, no decision is a decision. Please clarify the Judgment. I have the Queen of Swords. I'm going to take all three of them. The Ten of Wands. Link Up by Neo and Fabulous is on, and the Nine of Pentacles. Can I get one more for the judgment for the Queen of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the the Nine of Pentacles, please? God, higher source of light, higher self, angels, ancestors, spirit guides. Just one more to clarify the judgment. The Lovers. So this is kind of giving a romantic relationship. It could still be like a business partnership, but essentially this is giving, yeah. The judgment was the Queen of Swords cut everything off, and that left the burden. That was the burden with the Fool, the Ace of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. And the Hangman, yeah. The King of Cups couldn't make a decision. So, alright. I'm almost getting collective that you are the Queen of Swords. You're the person who did the cutting. Um, because this King of Cups couldn't make the decision. And essentially it led to the burden is, since they couldn't make the decision, you called judgment. And that left them burdened because they actually did want to choose you. But they didn't choose you. They took too long making the I don't know how many more different ways I could say that. It's like if it was an option between you and someone else, they liked having the best of both worlds. That's how they saw the situation. They had the best of both worlds with you and this other person, and they really didn't want to make a decision, but you were like, you're not about to play with me, and you cut it off, and that left them in a burdened energy while you went on to independent wealth, and you're starting a new contract with a different lover. Please clarify the Temperance. God, how you supposed to light for the collective. We have the Three of Wands, y'all. I can't make it up. All right, please clarify the Temperance and the Three of Wands for the collective. God, higher source of light, higher self, angels, ancestors, spirit guides. The Emperor. Please clarify. Please clarify the Temperance, the Three of Wands. Yo, the Ace of Pentacles. And this didn't flip over, but I'm gonna tell you what it is: the Devil and the Page of Swords. Yeah, the delay in making the decision put them in this devil energy, so they wind up getting stuck in something that they really don't want to be in. But that's on them. Please clarify the Temperance, the Three of Wands, the Emperor, and the Ace of Pentacles. Because baby, I'm getting the collective with the Eight of Pentacles. The collective basically decided, okay, that's cool. So you took the time to balance it out. You went a different way, but you're headed towards your Emperor and some type of offer that you guys are going to be working together. Now, this is giving me you're going to meet somebody at work. Some of you. Um, so this could have, like I said, been a business partnership, and they decided not to. They took too long to decide if they wanted to work with you, and so you decided to go in a different direction, and it led you to like I heard boss daddy. To be completely honest, with a great potential for abundance and someone who inspires you at work is what I'm getting. Please clarify the Eight of Swords for the collective. The King of Cups. Y'all, I told y'all it's something about that King of Cups. So this may be for a female. The King of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Wands. Uh-oh. Collective, this might be you in this energy. You might have been the person who didn't make the decision. And that could be why the Queen of Swords is burdened. You might be the Queen of Swords. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, who didn't make a decision. And because you didn't make a decision, you burdened because you don't get this independent wealth of this partnership with this Emperor. I mean, yeah. Please clarify for the collective, the Eight of Swords, the King of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the the King of Wands. Judgment. Y'all, I can't make this up. Break you off by the roots. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. That's crazy because I'm getting that this is business and like a love partnership intertwined. That's what it had the potential to be. Now, what this can also be is this King of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Wands to the Judgment. This could be like if this is a business partnership, this could be three of you guys who are in a business partnership. You might have had some type of possible romantic connection with one of them. Because with the King of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles, I'm getting that was more like just strictly business, right? Just strictly with the option of making money. But with the King of Wands to the Judgment, I'm getting that one was about the actual partnership between the three of you, but also there was a possibility of having some type of romantic connection with that King of Wands. And because they took too long, or because they decided, maybe they decided to go in the opposite direction, but they're stressing about, okay, that could be it as well. They decided to go in the opposite, in a different direction, and because they decided to go in a different direction and they left you out of everything, what you're still headed towards the Emperor is what I'm getting. Your decision was made for you because they decided to cut you out, and it did leave you burdened, but it's still going to lead you to the Judgment. Was them deciding to cut you out left you in a burdened energy, but you're still going to wind up with independent wealth and in divine partnership with business and romance. Them cutting you out essentially chose your path for you with that Three of Wands, and your chosen path leads you to the Emperor. It leads you to the Ace of Pentacles. It leads you to a work situation that's also going to be a romantic situation. It's going to be great for you, especially because the Two of Cups is over here. Please clarify the Two of Cups. Now, I just might be slow rolling with this Knight of Pentacles over here, but it's still going to give you what you're looking for. The Two of Cups to the Page of Cups. You're following your intuition. Excuse me, you're following your spirit team. Please clarify the Two of Cups and the Page of Cups. We have the Five of Pentacles. Give me two more. The Five of Cups. And one more to clarify the Two of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, what I'm getting with this is, so them deciding to, so okay, so I'm almost completely certain they decided to cut you out of something, and them deciding to cut you out of something kind of did put you in an era of poverty, like I said, that burden energy, and you kind of felt the loss, like it did sting a little bit, because the Two of Cups is a partnership. I'm getting that it did sting a little bit because they left you out in the partnership, but you were determined to do, to still do what you had to do. And it just took a little bit long with the Knight of Pentacles. Please clarify the Knight of Pentacles for the collective. God, higher source of light. Whew, higher self, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, guys, and goddesses of the bloodline. What we got? What we got? The Ace of Cups. Please clarify the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. The Seven of Cups. Please clarify the Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Seven of Cups for the collective. The King of Pentacles. And one more. The Ten of Cups. Y'all, okay. What's at the bottom? The Fool. The Fool, the Death, the King of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Ace of Wands, and the Six of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Empress, the Star, the Queen of Wands, the Sun. Okay, so they decided to cut you out of this partnership, whether it be business or romantic. I'm getting, for some of y'all, it's going to be business. For most of y'all, it's going to be business, but someone in the business partnership, because it was more than just you and someone else. It was like a three-part partnership, or maybe it was more than just three people, right? But someone within this partnership actually had you had romantic ties to them. They were invested in you romantically. Um, and it's like it was reciprocal. However, whoever decided to make the decision to cut you out of this partnership, everybody else went along with it, including the person who had interest in you romantically. And them cutting you out pretty much left them. But now, this ain't the first time this came out, and this is crazy though, because like, why is it? Because I think this came out last week. Um, but them cutting you out left you burdened, but you were still determined to work on yourself so you can become um independently wealthy, so that you can become self-sufficient. Um, and it led you to a partnership towards the Emperor. Because it cut you out, like I said, it put you on a different path that led you towards the Emperor, towards an offer of abundance, and for you to work together with this Emperor. And so now these people are in the Eight of Swords energy, because like I said, either them either they stalled you out, and it was the choice between you and some other business, or some, and they decided to go with the other business, and they told you that, or they didn't tell you, but you found out about it. Like by them going off and doing something else, and they just kind of left you out of it. Then it kind of let you know what was going on. Now, what that did was that led you towards you following your spirit team, and even though you felt left out in the cold, and you felt like it was fucked up that what they did with the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, you were still determined to, have your outcome of your independent wealth, of your self sustainability. And that, like I said, it led you to the path of the Emperor, and then it's taken a little bit longer than expected, but the outcome is greater. It leads to wish fulfillment, like dreams coming true is what I heard, especially with the Fool, the Death, the King of Swords, the Page of Wands. So you decided to take this leap of faith towards this Emperor, towards this other energy, because that was your only option, even though that option came well after the fact, is what I'm getting. Well after the people who kind of cut you out, you got another opportunity. It was just later, so you didn't really see it coming because it wasn't an opportunity when you got cut out of the deal, is what I'm getting. So that led to a new beginning for you with the Fool and the Death card. It brought you to someone who wouldn't do you like how they did you, and also it brought you to someone who was a little bit more equally yoked, I would say, a little bit more as equally as respectful, as morally um equal to you. Grills by Nelly, Paul Wall, Ali, and Gibb. Now with Grills and we talking about the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, I'm getting this man. These people was speaking with they between they speaking through their teeth. Usually when you're talking through your teeth, then you're lying or you're being deceitful, right? That's what I'm getting with this King of Cups and this King of Wands. But with Grills and the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords on the board, what I'm getting with that is this man is a whole lot, especially because the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords are more apt to telling the truth. I'm getting that you don't have to worry about this person doing you like that. They're going to be a lot more forthcoming. They're going to be a lot more honest in how they handle you. Um, they're a little bit more moral. Like they're more morally inclined to, because for them, that's what I'm saying. Especially because it's pertaining to business. For them, it's important to be honest and moral in their dealings. It's very important to them to do that. So essentially, that leads to this new beginning with this Emperor King of Swords energy. Now, this new beginning with this Emperor King of Swords energy puts these other people in the Three of Swords, Five of Swords, because they feel defeated, and they feel fucked up in the head because they feel like they fucked up. They feel like they did the wrong thing, they went the wrong way. I don't know what happened. It's not really giving me too much about what's happening other than they went the wrong way. And when it is revealed, they're going to feel like they messed up something good. And so then with the Ace of Wands, the Six of the Ace of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Empress, the Star, and the Queen of Wands, and the Sun, and the Three of Pentacles, and the Magician, and the Eight of and Eight of Wands. So they're gonna try and come back to you. They want to come back and they want to work back with you. Whoever this group is, they want to come back. They want to work with you, but they can't because you're going to turn them down. And I'm getting you're going to do it respectfully. You might be a little passionate about it. Like you might want to be a little messy about it. I'm not getting that there's really anything wrong with it. Just be careful because you don't want to. Anything you do can impact your future blessings. So don't be too messy about it, right? But they want to come back and work with you because they feel like they went the wrong way. They made the wrong decision. That's their prerogative. But your prerogative, it seems like, is to turn them down. Excuse me. And for them, that's going to be the tower. But they only want to come back because they see you shining. Like I said, the Empress to the Star, the Queen of Wands to the Sun. There's something, you pairing up with this Emperor King of Swords energy puts you in prime position for you to be seen, for you to accomplish the things that you set out to accomplish. I'm not saying these people are they feel some type of way about it in the sense that they feel like that should have been them. But it would not have been them because of how they were hell bent on being um as it pertains to you. They didn't want to be honest and forthcoming. They wanted to be sneaky, or they just wanted to be catty about it. It's what I just heard. So maybe these people decided, oh, we don't need you, da 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 da. we have this other thing going on, and then the other thing might fall through. So, but what you're manifesting is coming in, and it's gonna create a tower for them, and they just told to have strength. And you're being told to have strength because it goes from the nine of pentacles to the knight of pentacles to the knight of wands to the four of swords to the three of cups. Back to that that eight of swords to that six of swords, the two of wands to the queen of cups to the moon to the four the four of pentacles to the six of wands, y'all, and the seven of pentacles. Y'all feel like you made a better investment. You feel like them making the decision that they made caused you to choose a path that was a better investment for you. And they can't do nothing but kind of stick with it. They're going to try and come back. They're going to try and say, oh, look, while I say they're going to try and come back, I cut to the seven of swords. They're going to try and come back, but the only reason they're trying to come back is because they see you doing better. And if it hasn't happened already, it's coming. One of these people might have like a diviner that they are in touch with, like maybe someone does divination for them, or one of them does divination. But some type of way, they either have found out or they will find out very, very, very soon that they went the wrong way and that you were the path that they should have taken. And so they're gonna try and come back and work with you. But at that point, you're not gonna want to do it because you're gonna already be in line towards this Emperor and King of Swords. You're either going to already be there or you're going to be on your way to them. And so you're going to feel like that person that you're going towards or that person that you're dealing with now, business wise or romantic wise, is a better option. And honestly, I'm getting this both. Like I said, these two people, this King of Cups, King of Cups, King of Wands, I'm getting that this was business partnership, some type of proprietary thing, but one of them had a romantic interest in you and it was reciprocal. You both felt the same about each other. But because the decision was made to cut you out, they just kind of left it as is. They never reached out. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. And so they basically, their decision is about to come back and bite them in the ass, is what I just heard. I'm not even kidding. Their decisions come back to bite them in the ass. So let's get some tea on this situation. Say Something by Mariah Carey. Y'all, I can't make it up. If it's worth your while, then say something, say something. If it's worth your while, then say something good to me. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. If it's worth your while, do something good to me. That's Mariah and Snoop. I think Pharrell might be on the beat, but I could be wrong. Hot as you can stand it. Ooh, wee. While I'm pulling the what's the tea. Okay. You know what? I did say, hold on. Because I did say I wanted to ask specifically where is the collective in this. So hold up. Let me ask that before I put these cards up. You got my mind blue. And baby, I'm ready to go. Alright, so where's the collective in this, y'all? God, higher source of light, higher self. That's my last question for this deck. Where's the collective? What energy is the collective in with this read? God, higher source of light, higher self, angels, ancestors, the Knight of Swords. What energy is the collective in? God, higher source of light, higher self, angels, ancestors, spirit guides. What energy is the collective in? That's a lot. But the Queen of Pentacles right there. Hold up. The Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, Eight of Wands, Magician, Four of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, y'all. I'm gonna pull it again because y'all know I don't like all them cards, but essentially, I'm getting that that's what you. The Knight of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. What's the collective's energy as it pertains to this situation? That didn't even come out. Temperance. Wait, yo, y'all in that Queen of Pentacles energy, even if you're a man. And the Two of Wands. Yeah, they made the choice. One more. They made the choice against you, is what I'm getting. And so you just been doing your best to balance to get to where you're trying to go. The Hierophant and the Hermit. Yeah, they left you out. The Star and the Nine of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. Y'all, so yeah, you was a person left out in the cold. They didn't want to work with you. The Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. They walk clean the fuck away from you. That's the energy I thought so. That's what I was getting in Justice. I just cut to Justice. And I just cut to the the Eight of Wands and the Seven of Swords. They about to try and come back on some, oh my God, How they gonna say it? It's because they gonna basically try to be not sneaky. They trying to be sneaky in the sense that they know they fucked up and they're trying to come back without really having to apologize for it. They're trying to come back like, oh, I hope she don't realize that, I hope she take us back type energy. I hope she take us back regardless of whatever's going on. That's the energy that they're coming back in. This person with this business opportunity, as well as the one who was interested in you romantically, they feel fucked up in the head. They feel fucked up in the heart because they didn't handle this properly, and now they finding out that you are the end all be all. Is what I just heard. There's something that you about to do, or something that you're starting that unfazed with these broke ass people. You unfazed with these broke ass people. There's something that you're starting, or something that you have, either you've already started it or you're about to start with this King of Swords, Emperor energy. Something you're about to start that's gonna have this King of Cups and King of Wands feeling stupid as the bitch. What they used to say, stupid like them hoes. Ooh, hooked. All right, what energy is the collective in? Girl fight, jealous vibes, argument, physical fight. What's the collective's energy? Give me two more. For the collective's energy, God, higher self, so light, higher self, angels, ancestors, spirit guides. Come on now, y'all. Stop flipping them way over here. Now what a card at, Lordy? Is this it? Nope. Uh-uh. Emotionless by Jim Jones. Come on now. You like fuck these people. They didn't give a fuck about me, so I don't give a fuck about them. That's what I'm getting. You like fuck these people and whatever they got going on. Oh, there you go. Groupie. Girl fight groupie and with force at the bottom, pushy energy, crosses your boundaries, get what they want by any means. Bad habits, divination abuser. You unfazed by these people, and they sneaking around. That's the crazy. Okay, hold up. What energy is the collective in, God, towards these people who left them out in the cold? Bankrupt. You ain't got no time or no money for them. Bankrupt or uninterested. Yeah, you ain't got no bankrupt. Bankrupt came out. Uninterested was right behind it. You ain't got no holler for them. Cause you feel like they ain't shit. Alright, what energy is this King of Cups, King of Wands in? No facts, all vibes, no receipts, talking nonsense, messy storyteller. What energy is this King of Cups, King of Wands in? Wants you back because they feel like you the jackpot. They feel like they fucked up the jackpot. Whatever y'all was planning to do, they feel like they fucked it up royally. And they ain't shit. And they're wolf in sheep's clothing and dirt digging. You can't trust them anyway. The grudge holder, kissing ass. Yeah, these people feel like they fucked up, making a wrong decision, and that's cool. If that's cool. That's on them. You don't get involved. You don't get fucking involved. You let them feel however they gonna feel because they didn't make the right decision. Now, I'm not saying be no asshole about it because you don't want to fuck up your future blessings fucking around with these people, but they decided they didn't want to deal with you. Let them stew in that. They ain't got to deal with you. And now, if your spirit team tell you later to send these people some blessings or whatever, after you get all your stuff together, then fine. But I'm getting your spirit team not gonna tell you to partner with these people. They don't want you to partner with these people. Cause these people was hooked on making you they was hooked on making you feel a way after they left you out in this partnership. I'm getting they made a decision, they went in the opposite direction. They just didn't tell you about it, and when you found out about it, the way you found out about it was in a catty way is what I'm getting. And so now they want to be groupies because you are the jackpot, you coming up. Look, certainty and perception. See, what happened was they thought that what they was doing was the right thing to do. They thought that I'm getting that they thought that they was better than you in a certain respect, whatever this business opportunity was or this collection or whatever. With certainty and fickle, now they're not so sure. They feel like they made a harsh or rash decision. With certainty and abundance, because they know they're certain now that you hold the abundance, that you are the jackpot, that you are the person who they were supposed to work with in order to bring this dream to fruition, or this idea to fruition, but they went the other way. They took a gamble. They were certain on this gamble, and the gamble didn't fare out how they wanted. God, higher source of light, higher self, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, guides and goddesses of the bloodline, please grant me clear and concise messages as it pertains to the collective. So we can close out this read. Give me two oracle cards, please, for the collective energy, so we can close this out. Cause baby, they're not gonna spend my energy. They're not gonna fuck up my energy. Cause they decide they want to be dice and gamble. One more. They took a gamble in that other direction. Book and knowledge, and now they know better. Now they know better. Now they know that you was the way that they should have gone. With runes and perception, their perception was off. They thought that they was doing the right thing. They thought they was. I don't know how they thought they was doing the right thing, so I'm gonna stop saying that. They thought that the choice that they made was the right choice, and it wasn't. And so now they're stuck in the knowledge that they didn't make the right choice, and that you were the better choice. And now they have to basically deal with the fact that you're certain you don't want to fuck with them. You certain that you don't want to partner with them no more, because you headed towards this emperor with this wheel of fortune. You headed towards that emperor, king of swords energy, where you know they're gonna make better decisions. They're gonna handle you better, is what I'm getting. With handwriting and authenticity, that person that you're heading towards is more authentic, and that person is like a mentor, is what I just heard. And coins in abundance, y'all. I can't make this up. So fuck these people, whoever these people are, respectfully, with fire and spontaneity. Whoever this person is that you're gonna wind up being paired with, they're gonna be a better match for you as far as like intuition, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Drive. She's Like the Wind by Lumidee and Tony Sunshine. That's how these people feel. The people that have left you out in the cold, they feel like she like the wind. They can't even grab you no more. They can't even really get in contact with you no more, for real. Like, they can send you messages and stuff like that, but you ain't trying to hear it. They can't even really, they don't have the accessibility that they used to have. What's this? Aura observation. All they can do is watch you from afar. They don't even have the same accessibility that they used to have with you, because once they decided to make that cut, and the way they made that cut with you, it solidified them not ever having access to you the way they used to no more. I'm not even kidding, y'all. So, okay, collective, that's what I have for you guys. I hope this reached you deep down in your soul and inspired you to make the better decision. I ain't gonna lie, I'm hearing don't go back. I'm hearing don't go back. Thief and hooked. They just trying to steal your abundance that's coming in. They just trying to be a part of something that they didn't want you to be a part of. Because if the abundance was on the other foot, like if it was their abundance, they didn't want you to be a part of it, which is why they made the decision that they made. So do not go back to these people. Let them sit there and let them stew in this bullshit, because they fucked up for how they handled you. So, collective, like I said, that's what I got. That's what I'm picking up for you guys. I hope this reached you deep down in your soul. And I'll catch up with y'all next time.